What's going on? We are back with another one. It is Trey. You threw me off right there. You were watching
Hey,
on
look.
YouTube while you was going.
Yeah, hey, look, I just turned it down on my phone. That's my bad.
My boy was turning up. I fuck with it. Hell yeah! But we're back with another episode of BTB, aka the Black Team Broadcast. It's your boy Michael 24. I'm here with my guy Raider Trey, aka the Sixth Man of the Year. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, my boy. How you doing, bro? Everything good with you?
Shit. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. And shit, bro, we getting closer to football season being here, bro. We
Man,
are, if I'm not mistaken, 18 days away, bro. 18 days away. And shout out my guy, The Nation, for another fire graphic. He came through with
yeah.
one. On today's graphic is none other than Raiders second round pick, Jack Besh. Bro, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for Jack Besh. I'm expecting big things this year.
Hey, look, hey, we gotta give a shout out to Phonem that you shouted out on Twitter that had the hot Jack Best jump that they gave Jack Best though.
Oh yeah. Shout out my guy, the legend Mercer Art too, bro. He came through with a fire portrait earlier. I wish I had the graphic up. I didn't even think to pull that one up. You right though. Shout out my guy. But without further ado, bro, you know what the people are here to see, bro. We got a legend in the building, bro. A young legend, one of the top content creators we got when it
Yeah,
comes to this Raider shit, bro. For real.
big dogs, one of the big
Yeah.
dogs.
Whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, more than likely, if you see a viral clip, he on there, bro. You're gonna
Yeah.
see his face on there, bro. But without further ado, let me introduce my guy, the Oos, Samoa Raider. What's going on, brother?
What's good, Oos, man? I appreciate. I like the intro, Oos, man. I appreciate you guys having me on, man. It's kind of crazy
Yeah,
to hear that. I don't even consider myself like a legend or anything. Oos. I'm just
man.
another fan like everybody else. Oos. But I
I hear
appreciate it
that.
though.
I hear that. But nah, bro. I gotta give my guy his flowers while he's still here, bro. You killing it, bro. You killing it, bro.
I appreciate
And
it. Yeah.
on a consistent basis, bro. And I know a big part of it too was you made a whole you pretty much bet on yourself, bro. You made that jump from Cali to Vegas to pursue this career thing, and shit,
Yeah.
hey, it's working out big time, bro.
Yeah. Hella. Yeah, man. I've been wanting to move to Vegas. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had to wait for the wifey to say okay, but once she did, I was like, you know what? It took some time when I moved out here too, but I definitely like built a lot of connections out here, and it's been great for the content, of course. And then, of course, I'm honestly like literally down the street from Allegiance, so it works out perfectly for me.
Oh man,
So
you living the
yeah,
life, bro. Shit.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
yeah.
bro. I don't see you with too many hairs, but right now it seems like you need a hater, bro, because you on top for the game, bro. You
Oh,
killed it.
I got here.
You killed it, bro.
No, bro,
Hell
for
yeah,
sure.
man. Like you said, that's dope though. That wifey gave you the green light. I'm still waiting for wifey to give me the green light.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
she's
where are you
talking
guys
about.
from? Where are you guys
I'm
from?
I'm from East LA, but I'm currently staying in Inglewood. I've been living out there since like high
Oh
school.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, and Trey, he from the DMV.
yeah, I'm in
Okay.
VA. That's why I was like
Oh shit.
7:15 now. You mean 10:15?
Oh damn. Yeah. That's just
But
Yeah,
crazy.
it's all
I'm
good,
actually,
man.
yeah. Okay,
This
I'm actually
this
from Long Beach, so I know where you at though, Mike.
yeah, bro. Yeah,
this
bro. I'm literally like 5 minutes away from SoFi, bro. That's why I was a little hurt when we
Oh,
didn't make the move out here. But Vegas close enough, bro. Vegas just a little
yeah,
3.5 4 hour trip, so no biggie.
it's
I,
the
yeah,
I could
yeah.
do
same.
that.
It's
Shit. I was
same
actually
thing
over
for me
there.
on the
Oh
plane.
my bad.
No, same thing for me on the plane. 3.5 4 hour trip.
Shit.
uh,
Yeah, it's
yeah, I actually was at the LA meetings when they first had it when they were thinking about moving. The ones
yeah.
in Carson, I was over there. I was really wanting them to be there too, but then they hella hold us out. But you know what, Vegas, I think is like definitely a great second option for sure.
Absolutely, and I love it too, just because it's cool knowing like now later on like the facts that Al really like this was like his dream destination, and
Mhm.
I'm not sure. I'm sure you've heard this before. Somebody told me that um a great random fact about Al is that majority of his birthdays he threw them over there in Vegas.
Oh
He'd
shit,
always
I
throw
didn't
'em
even
in
know
Vegas.
that. That's
Yeah, he used
crazy.
to party it up in Vegas all the time, bro, and that's a big part of why like Mark made it a thing like and pushed to go to Vegas at least like if they're not going to give him LA.
Yeah, I'm just happy that they didn't go to San Antonio. So you know,
Nah, that would have sucked, bro.
Yeah, that would have
Also,
yeah,
I'm glad that they didn't rebrand to something else, bro. If they would have been
yeah, bro. That's
very,
I
I don't know.
definitely would have had to find another team. If that, I don't know that it would have. I guess it did depend.
I do want to ask you something though,
Yeah, yeah.
because I was playing Madden, of course, and I was saying mad with something, but he said he was from Vegas, and he was like, "Yo, we wanted y'all to change the name. We ain't really want y'all out here. We don't even like y'all out here. We don't really mess with y'all out here." Like he was really like he was going in on some stuff, and I'm like, I didn't get that vibe when I came out there. I've been out there a few times for games. Now I went out there in 2020. I'll take that back 2 times. Went out there in 2020. It was COVID, so but stuff was still like it was still rated out. And then I went out there for the Patriot game. You know what I'm saying? So it was like still like I seen him like a lot. It didn't seem like they didn't like want us there, but like he was really like standing on that. Like we giving y'all a pass. You know what I'm saying? But also, secondly,
that was in Boston.
Huh?
You said for the Patriots game that was in Boston, or that was
no,
Vegas?
it was in Vegas. It was in Vegas.
What? That's
I'm
crazy.
talking about no. He wasn't. I'm talking about he was on the game talking to me, but the game was in Vegas when I went to it. But secondly, like that Vegas move was the biggest move. Like Vegas is blowing up right now as far as sports. Yeah. So like that was the biggest move that we could have did. Like we changed the game. Like going to LA would have just been like a regular move. Like the Raiders are back in LA, but Vegas, how it's blowing up sports wise right now, it's big.
It's different, bro.
Dude saying that, man. Are you hearing like stuff like that out there, or it's like
they didn't want the Raiders here, or
not
really. I know, like when I first came over here, I know there was some like locals that didn't really mind or didn't really care for the Raiders come over here because they like the homegrown teams, of course, Golden Knights and whatnot. But I think over the past couple of years, I think they definitely grown to like the Raiders. I think it's just trying to see the Raiders kind of have some type of success now, just to give the city something to cheer for, other than the Raider fans, because I feel like that's the main fans that are still rooting for them is the ones that are from Cali, the ones that were already fans. Yeah, so I don't think that they've really like 100% taken the Raiders as their own like they did the Golden Knights, but I think it's still it's been cool out here for the most part,
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people all the time are gonna always make those jokes of, "Oh, you guys can't fill your stadium, you can't sell it out with Raider fans," but it's frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, especially getting to see games at the Collie in Oakland and stuff, and even in San Diego, like we fill that motherfucker up. It's blacked out, so it's crazy to see that not happening here with such a historic fan base and such a huge fan base, historic team and historic fan base, bro. It's crazy to see that, but one thing a lot of people got to realize too is Vegas is a tourist city.
At the end of the day. That's
people always going to travel in from Vegas, football game or not.
I think a lot of people get the wrong misconception about Vegas because they compare it to Oakland, and I'll always say it's never going to be Oakland. It can never be Oakland, but the same thing can be said. Oakland can never be Vegas, and to your point, it's a vacation destination. Opposing teams are going to circle, Vegas on the calendar, no matter who it is, because that's a, like you said, vacation destination. You can make a whole weekend out of it. And if the Raider fans, and that's the thing, I heard at this last game, why is there so many red? Where's the Raider fans at? And I'm like, shit, I think they're at home. Nobody want to come, right? But if the Raider fans are not going to buy the tickets, the opposing fans are not going to complain about buying tickets. And this last game, like this preseason game, tickets weren't even that expensive, But they still had a lot of Niner fans there. But granted, give the Niners credit because they do travel well. But outside of that, that's the only thing I guess for me is like when people complain about it, but they don't show up. Now I understand people that can't afford and they can't do it. That's totally understandable. But for the people that complain and don't do nothing about it, or at least try to show, because I see people over here hustling just to come to a game. But I feel like Raider Nation isn't really going to come out here until the Raiders at least put a product on the field that people want to come see, right? Because I think the only game the only game that I really seen that it really looked like Oakland or at least LA to a point was the Chargers game when we went to the playoffs. Yeah. And it was definitely back. Like no Raider fans complained about ticket prices because it was expensive, but they came because there was something on the line and they were rooting for their team. So I think at the end of the day, it comes down to the Raiders at least showing something. And then I feel like Raider fans are going to, come out of pocket and pay the money to come out here. But yeah, I think there's a lot of factors that go into it.
That's true. And like you had mentioned too earlier with the new city and everything and trying to build the fan base here as well locally. people want to support a winner, bro. And that at the end of the day, that's what it goes down to, bro. Like our mantra is just win, baby, but we got to start just winning, baby, a lot more, bro. We got to start winning a whole lot more than we've been in the past, bro. And I like the way things are shaping up so far. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bummed when we got rid of AP, but I'm not mad that we got one of my favorite coaches of all time, SC legend, bro. We got Pete Carroll, so I'm more than happy with that, bro. And hey, Spytek's a solid GM too. So far, he's made some really good moves. I know some people feel away about the cornerback moves earlier in the offseason, but hey, I mean, other than that, yeah, we'll see. I mean, they must see something in these guys.
Yeah. I'm excited about it, man. I think, it's been tough out here in Vegas, I guess, especially with these different regimes, like 3 regimes in the last 3 years. And I feel like Gruden had something going, even though it took some time. He had something going, but after that with McDaniels and then, of course, AP, I had hope in AP shit. I still rock this dude. But with Pete Carroll coming in, I think it definitely is I can say that we at least got somebody with some experience, at least, we're not bringing in a new head coach. And that's why I was kind of opposed to getting Ben Johnson at first. Cause I was like, damn, like it looks good, but I don't know, man. Cause us with first time head coaches or like coaches with no experience, it's kind of tough. And we're a franchise that needs that experience. So Pete Carroll, everything we've been seeing in the offseason and what he's been doing, I've been loving so far. But like I said, until the season starts and then we see how this team looks, that's a whole different story. And we will get a good feel of what kind of team we have this year.
Yeah, and that's real, bro. Like honestly, I was on like you said, I was on board with getting Ben Johnson originally. I really wanted to get Ben Johnson, but because it sounded good, but also I was skeptical too. I was like, okay, there's a chance he could either be Sean McVay or he could be Josh McDaniels 2.0. And
that's true. Yeah,
we don't want that. So in a way, maybe we dodged the bullet there for sure. Who knows? Maybe he does his thing with Caleb Williams and the Bears over there. But
we only got to play him one time.
At least we know we got a sure thing and somebody that's won it all at different levels and different phases of football.
We got an actual coach. We got an actual coach now, man. We haven't had that. I mean, since John Gruden, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So we finally got that back again. And I think we're gonna take advantage of it this year with the team that we have. I think everything that we've been seeing, I think that has all been a smokescreen.
Yeah.
I think the DBs they are suspect. They are suspect.
I don't know about that, bro. Just because obviously, I got my show Blunts and Breakdowns with Raider Rundown on Thursdays. When we go down the film and we're watching the defense, it's the same thing with every single corner where it's like, hey, bro, like you're covering grass. What's going on? But I don't think that's their fault. I think it's more the scheme. I think that's more so Pat Graham's scheme where he wants them playing that far back. Like if they were able to play up further, I'm sure we see maybe even more turnovers or something. But who knows? Maybe he wants to make sure they don't bite on no double moves or get burnt, and they rather just dink and dunk and bend don't break.
Is that a preseason thing though?
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of been like a regular season thing too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But I mean, and last year, I mean, JB, of course, everybody was so mad that he left. He played, contact and he, pass breakups and all that, and it was just Jack Jones was getting cooked on the other side off double moves and all that. So maybe like what we're seeing right now is just something that we just trying to hide the defense, just like we've been hiding the offense. Yeah. And that way when we get into the regular season, because we don't want to give Josh McDaniels anything, because Josh McDaniels definitely thinks that he knows what Patrick Graham is going to do if we talk about week 1. So we don't want to show him anything coming out of anything. But if y'all listen, I mean, the interview today when not Tyree, Landon Roberts, when they were talking to him, he was like, if y'all watch the game, we sprinkled a little bit of what we gonna do. He said on that Jeremy Chin interception, he was like, that was something that we've been working on, that we just trying to put a little bit out there to work on it. So maybe they've been just telling the defense, don't get beat over top. Like that's all we doing right now in the preseason. Just don't get beat over top.
To an extent, I would think so, just because I feel like they don't want to show their cards right away, and that way people are going to have film very early, and they'll have them figure out how to beat them offensively.
Yeah. I could see that for sure. I know, like just watching the first team unit last week, or this past game, they weren't too bad. You know, we gave them some plays, but they were like a bend over and break type of defense. So that's why I'm not really worried about it right now because it could be, you know, they're playing basic and they're not doing all that they can. But you know, from until like the season comes around, then we'll see whether or not this defense, especially the secondary, is something to worry about or not. But I guess I'm not worried yet, and you know, I'm just waiting for the season to come around to see what
Yeah,
happens. You know,
yeah,
offensively and defensively. But that's why I came away kind of positive about the offense, at least at the first team
yeah,
unit, because they at least put together a driving, scoring drive, and that's all I can ask for, especially for the preseason.
yeah. And I was really excited for to hear like and also see what the offense looked like this past week against the Niners.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because at first it looked a little flat with the O line play, but
Yeah,
they definitely stepped it up this past week, and they're moving people around. They're clearing lanes for Genty and all our other running backs, and also they're giving Geno time to create in the pocket.
hmm, yeah,
And I honestly thought that I seen enough. I was like, okay, I seen enough with the offense. That's gonna be it. But Pete Carroll announced earlier today that week 3 we're gonna actually see our starters playing.
yeah. That's what I heard. Yep.
He
Yeah,
So
said
so
he said everybody's live. I don't know how much he hasn't changed that as far as saying that every week. But
yeah,
I just don't know about this week though. I
I
yeah,
really
feel
feel like this week will be taken away from guys that's trying to make the team if you put the starters out.
yeah,
yeah. I feel like that if
yeah,
anything, they'll probably have him out there for one drive. 'Cause I know the first game they only had one drive. Last week they had two drives, but I think he's gonna just, if anything, give him one drive. Now I will hope that they give more time to Cam Miller, at least more of a split time with AOC and Cam.
yeah,
But yeah, I think if anything they'll give. I mean, shit, if they put the first team unit out there for a couple of drives, that'd be something. But I highly doubt that.
yeah.
But I do see that the starters playing at least first drive.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I would be thinking too is maybe like a drive or two. And
Yeah,
but also that's to see pretty much like okay, what are the rest of the guys got? Who's going to make this team? Obviously, get a final look at them. But
yeah,
in a way, I wouldn't be shocked either if they play maybe even like a quarter or so. Just
mhm,
because there is a possibility. Obviously, even though it's 3 games, maybe they already have their mindset like, okay, we know who's going to make the team, so let's just get our guys some looks
yeah.
they don't have make sure they have fresh legs so that they don't go into week 1 rusty.
No,
That
true.
that could be a real possibility. But I mean, who knows? I mean, there's still I feel like there's a good amount of positions that we kind of already know set in stone, like who's going to be the for sure starter. But
Yeah,
there's still a couple spots where we're still trying to figure out, like, okay, who's the guy right there?
yeah,
Who's gonna be the one?
I think those will be the ones that's going to play.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And that's what I
absolutely.
like about Pete. I guess the way he's running things during the preseason is the fact that we get to see, you know, our starters play. You know, I remember I think it was Josh McDaniels and maybe even John Gruden. Like they would never play our starters. Like you know, Derek Carr
Yeah,
wouldn't play, Devontae wouldn't play. Like none of them. And then once the first game comes around, then they're all like kind of like hella cold or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They haven't gotten that little bit of play time to kind of get everything, all the kinks out the way. But just to see these guys go out for a couple of drives, get them a little warm until week 1, I think it's good. And one thing I said is funny. He's like, even though we haven't won a game, and if we won this game, we'll be like what 1-1-1.
hmm
I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of fans shouldn't even worry too much about not win. Even if we lose, I don't think it should be that. As long as the players look competitive out there, because we've seen our team go undefeated plenty of times in preseason,
And get smacked in the regular
we
season.
be
yeah,
horrible when the season come around. Yeah, I remember
yeah,
when Randy Moss came over here, we were undefeated in preseason.
yeah.
Heck, we were, I think, undefeated a couple of years ago, and we had
Yep.
one of the worst seasons.
When we went to Green Bay and won that game on that 75 yard field, and we were
Oh yeah,
undefeated
yeah,
under
I
Gruden.
remember that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
But
bro.
look at the
Like you
Bills,
said,
man. Look at the Bills. They've been getting smacked around all
yeah.
through
Heck, the
preseason.
Chiefs haven't won nothing either.
Yeah,
So
and nobody's looking at nobody in their fan base is like, hey, we didn't win a game. I don't know what we're gonna do this year.
yeah,
I feel like we just been practicing. That's it. For one
true.
year, we've been practicing on preseason like we should have been doing the past few years.
yeah,
And so I think when week 1 hit, we're gonna have so much different stuff that we come out playing in defenses and offenses because I ain't gonna lie, man. Watching the interviews today and the look on Tyree Wilson's face, and they was asking him about the defense, and he was like, "Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "Yo, I can't wait.
I can't wait, bro." So usually we do a live episode of Blunts and Breakdowns. This week we got a pre-recording dropping this week with a slight recap of last week's game. And one thing I will say, just off what we've seen on the film, hey, stopping the run is not going to be an issue this year. It's like we're going to be cold, bro. Stopping the run, blitzing the run, we're going to be cold, bro.
Yeah.
Hella cold, bro.
Defensively, right?
Yeah, defensively. Yeah, we like our D line and just our run stopping, even the linebacker play. I feel like against the run, it's going to be cold, bro.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. They did a much better job this last game than week one for sure. Because week one, there was hella stress in my side.
Bro, the tackling, man.
Yeah, and the tackling. But they did better this week, even though they gave us some chunk plays, but they didn't give up any touchdowns or anything. I believe so.
Yeah, shout out Raider Resistance in the building.
Shout out to those Resistance.
Yeah.
That's my source right there, dog.
Yeah, bro. That's the man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, look, I wanna get in touch with homie, man, because I want to talk about your vlog that you had the other day. Homie with the bandanas, bro.
Jesse.
I gotta get one. I gotta get one. And
I gotta get games.
Man, I'm trying to get to Vegas this year. I'm going to Washington. I'm locked in for Washington.
Okay.
Hey,
locked in for
you gotta
Washington.
get that vlog in, bro. You gotta get that Washington vlog.
Hey, look, you know I got you. You know I got you, bro, for sure.
Hey, just don't show no Jaden clips, bro. Please, I don't. It's gonna bring too much pain to my heart, bro.
Hey, nah, I ain't gonna do that to you. I ain't gonna do that to you. But nah, man, I gotta get because like from what you showed from that J-Lot, bro, that joint was a whole like tour, like, bro. You got you had the taco spot. You had the bar, like it was everything going on out there, bro. You had everybody out there, bro. How was that experience, bro? And secondly, how was that joint when Ashton Genty ran through dude's face? Like, how was that to see it like in person?
Okay, yeah. First, like J-Lot, man, it's always a vibe. It feels good to be back, and it's crazy because like just going back is like going back. It's like the first day of school again, you know, getting to see everybody again and getting to see J-Lot. Now, I will say J-Lot's not Oakland, and it wasn't even that crazy. Like, it wasn't that crazy amount of people, but they got like one whole row of like just tents and everything. And then the taco spot, J-Lot Tacos, shout out to them, man. They always do it big over there. But it was good to see everybody again. Of course, there was a couple of Niner fans there, but for the most part, just being at the game, it was dope. And when that whole thing happened with Ashton Genty, bro, I was tripping out. I was like, what the fuck? Did that just happen? Oh, shit. Yeah, I thought he could have took it to the house, but then he got tackled a little later. But I think I'd shoot. It was dope. The whole experience was dope. And then I know we got to go on the field before the game. So that was cool too, just to see all the players and whatnot. I was trying to catch Max. I got to say what's up to some of the Usos, but Max, I was like, oh shoot, Max. He didn't see me, so it was all good though. But yeah, overall, just cool. Even for a preseason game, it was good, and it just makes me even more excited for when Monday Night Football comes around. So yeah, if you ever come out, man, I know you'll definitely have a good time. And oh boy, with the bandanas, Jesse, he's over there. He's always at the entrance of J-Lot, so he's always selling. He's hustling. That's how he pays for his trips, dog. Is those bandanas. So
I gotta get one. You can get one. Can you get one online?
Yeah, you can. You actually can.
I'm gonna snatch one. I'm gonna try to snatch one up for that Washington game. I've been out there. When I came out there, I actually did the party bus with Raider Cody from the little burger spot.
Oh shit!
We took the party bus over there. So me and my mom rode the party bus, and the one we actually rode, Ramondre Stevenson's family and all of them.
Oh, they were in.
Yeah, that was that time when Max got the safety.
Oh,
shit! That game. Yeah.
No, I don't think I was in that party bus, but I was at that game because I remember their family was in the win club with us, and I was like, "Who the fuck are these picture fans, dog?" But that game was that game was dope, bro.
Yeah. So next time I come out there, bro, like, it's up. I can't wait.
No, for sure. Yeah, if you follow him, I think he has his website, so you could buy bandanas off there too. And the cool thing, he only sells it for like $10 each, so it's like.
Yeah,
crazy. So
man, I'm gonna get that website from you before we get off of here.
Yeah, for sure, hell yeah.
Because I gotta get one.
Yeah, Mike, you've been out there before, right? Out here?
Yeah. I've been to a couple home games. I haven't been to a home opener yet. I'm trying to go. I'm not gonna lie, they're a little pricey, and then it's hot. I'm like, oh no, man, I might have to enjoy that big screen for free. But I'm debating, bro. As we get closer, you get that itch, you get that feeling like, damn, football's back. I might just impulse buy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I
might just have to do it.
Man, I think we lost. Damn, we lost the last couple of home openers. Now that I think about it, man. I think last year with the Panthers, we lost that one, and then the year before with the Steelers, we lost that one. Yeah, there's been a lot of hype going into those first games, but
the Steelers was the home opener last year.
No, the year before that. Year before that,
that.
But last year was the Panthers.
Oh yeah, that was Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, man.
Jimmy year.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, bro, that was.
We're not even gonna get started on that situation, man.
I thought he was gonna be the future, dog. I thought that was my dog.
Man, I knew what he was from that game in San Francisco, man. And then we got Devontae backtracking and all that, man. That's
honestly, like that whole situation still sucks to this day. I mean, I know a lot of fans feel way about him. It kind of bothers me too. He still talks about the team, but it's like I don't blame him for wanting to leave though either. But we didn't get him a quarterback straight up.
Oh, you talking about
we sent his quarterback away. We sent his quarterback away.
Yeah,
I think if you would have gave him a second year, man, that thing, because like, bro, if you like that offense was legit.
Yeah,
that offense was legit, man, and we just did nothing with it.
Yeah, it definitely sucked. I definitely blame it sucks though because that's what made me frustrated with AP was the fact that of course after Josh McDaniels he didn't find a quarterback, but AP could have at least brought somebody in, and the best person he brought in was Gardner Minshew, which I was okay with. I was okay with the move, but I didn't expect Gardner to be a QB1 or at least fighting for a QB1.
You know, going to be the backup.
Yeah, I thought he could have been the backup.
What he should have
somebody
been.
else, But we rolled into the season with them. I try to be optimistic about it all the time, but yeah, that shit just wasn't working out. So yeah, I totally understand the whole Devontae Adams thing. I know some of his peoples too, so it was kind of frustrating too because I understand him leaving, but then the whole talking about the team afterwards, it's like okay, that's a little extra.
That's my point.
That's a little extra. You don't have to
move on. You're gonna get you got Stafford.
Shit,
I defended him too. I did. I defended him too, man. But like that, now it's starting to get like like come on.
And his situation is a whole lot different than everybody else. Like Derek Carr didn't really talk too much about the Raiders. Maybe like jokingly a little bit, but not as much. Even like Josh Jacobs when he left, that was a whole different story too, because we actually talked to him when he left, and a lot of fans didn't understand why he left. Until recently he came out with that thing and everybody understood it. But I feel like Devontae was a different story. It was like, okay, you want to leave, well, you can leave. Oh well, we didn't do right by you, but then he continued to keep talking about it. I was like, okay,
yeah.
Hey, look, not to go there, but do you think that the Josh Jacobs situation kind of sounds like the situation with Micah in Dallas right now? From what Josh Jacobs said, from what he said, like I gave him every chance I could, and
I mean it sounds to a point I say so. I think it's Josh's thing that sucked about Josh's situation is the fact that at that time the running back situation wasn't taken seriously, and nobody was getting paid. Saquon had to prove himself, Derrick Henry had to prove himself, and Tom, what was his name? What the fuck is his name? I forgot his name. Telesco. Oh yeah. I'll do it already, man. Yeah. He was not budging on giving him anything or even working with him. So it was like, okay. I don't really know the whole thing with Micah, but it's kind of crazy that they haven't been they haven't opened up the book for him yet, but I think it's up him and Hendrickson.
Somebody gonna do it. If it ain't them, somebody will. I don't know where it's gonna be.
Yeah,
I doubt it's gonna be here.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy.
That'll be a wish come true, but I doubt it'll be here. But somewhere they're gonna end up.
I hope for one of them, but then again, I don't like to count on it. And even at that, we haven't really had a lot of luck with star pass rushers on this team. I was like,
we gotta bring in our own.
Nobody could have expected what happened to Wilkins, but what if Trey comes over here and something crazy goes on, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
it's been like that for everyone, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Even my man that we got from Tampa Bay, pause. You know what I'm saying? What's his name?
From Tampa.
From Tampa, the one that came out when he was with us.
Oh, you talking about Carl Nassib?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
you rough.
he was
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, he
Then
was
it was
first.
Chandler Jones and Christian Wilkins, and like we just haven't
Yeah, we just
had.
have it. That's how like we're good. I feel like it sucks to hear that like to see the domino effect, but it kind of makes me think like, damn, what if we just kept Unique? I think we would have been okay, you know?
Yeah.
Because Unique was good, like he was a good complementary to Max, you know, even though he wasn't really like good against the run as much, like some people will say. But trading for Chandler Jones is like, damn, we didn't. I mean, if Chandler was still good and he didn't go cuckoo, I think we would have been cool too. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you just never know.
I think Tyree about to unlock this year.
I hope
I
so.
hope
Bro.
so.
I hope so, man.
I hope so. Yeah. Same thing with Malcolm. That's all I'm okay with it. You know, we got Malcolm for a cheap deal right now. He's on a
Yeah.
prove it year, so it's like a win-win for the Raiders. He's young. He's got that relationship with Max. So I mean, if he does good, cool. If he doesn't, we could move on from him next year. But that's why I was like, we don't have to go trade and pay for anybody. I mean, we have all the assets to do it. So that's why I know a lot
It's
of
just
Raider
not
fans
worth
are,
it.
you know,
Yeah.
we could get him, we could get Micah if we want to, like if we really, really wanted to. But
I think we
it's
got
gonna
other
build.
positions
Yeah.
that are.
What's the famous quote? Scare money don't make no money, bro. Like that's why, like I get it. Like the fans, we want to see something to get us more excitement. Like obviously, we excited for the team already, but hey, you make a move like that, bro. That
bro. I mean, I think Micah's the only one I'm thinking like I'd say fuck it and do it, you know. But I highly doubt it'll happen. I'm just saying, like, as a biased Raider fan, then that's something that I would do
in a heartbeat. Low key.
That's one that's a game changer. If we do that, then that says we trying to win right now.
And that's the thing. It's just like if they make a move like that, they gotta win right now, and then that would take a lot of pressure off of the secondary too, like to really perform as much as people
And
want
let
them
those
to.
young boys develop.
Yeah, and then just as long as you get to quarterback pressure them, then that'd be crazy.
Yeah. Well, shoot. While we're talking about the D line, I mean, the title of the show does say final roster predictions. Y'all want to get into it? Y'all ready to talk about this depth chart? See who we think may or may not make the team, possibly.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so of course, since we're talking about the D line, we'll get into it with roster predictions for the defensive line. Now, on the graphic, we got Adam Butler, who right now is looking like the solidified interior starter at the nose. We also got the Oos, Jonah Lualu.
Jonah.
Yeah, we got Lecky Fotu, JJ Pegues, new acquisition from Philadelphia via the Jacorian Bennett trade, Thomas Booker the fourth. We also have Zach Carter, Tank Booker. Now, a couple weeks ago on Blunts and Breakdowns, I accidentally mixed up Tank Booker and Thomas Booker. I was like, oh shit, they call him Tank? Okay, he must be a baller then. But hey, Tank Booker's also on there. We also got Keandre Coburn and damn, this font's great. I don't want to butcher the name. Oos, can you read that a little better? My eyesight, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got the worst eyesight.
Travion May?
Yeah, Trayvon May. Okay.
Oh yeah, Trayvon May.
Right. Okay. So from this bunch, how many would you expect possibly to keep?
Lualu, Pegues, Booker, Carter. No, my bad. Lualu, Fotu, Pegues, and Booker. The whole left side.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems like the more. Yeah, I would say that seems like the more realistic possibility.
Yeah.
Because I don't Keandre. Yeah, I mean Zach maybe could sneak up in there, but I don't know.
That's one that I would like to sneak on the practice squad.
Yeah. Because how many defensive linemen do they keep on?
I would say
5, 6.
I would say roughly around about like 8 to 9, but that's also including the edge
the
rush.
defensive ends. Yeah.
So
Right.
for interior, I would say maybe a good like 4 to 5. I'd say, and then probably bring up the guys from the practice squad.
Yeah, the only person that probably I guess I teeter with is Carter and Fotu maybe because we haven't seen much of Fotu outside at training camp. So Jonah for sure, JJ Thomas and Adam Butler. and then probably Zach. And don't we have what was his name? Tonka. Isn't Tonka part of that too?
They got
Tonka,
him
I
listed as the
thought he
DN.
was on the defensive line, but yeah, they have him listed actually as a defensive end in
Oh,
this.
okay. I was just
Yeah. So
I
to
was
highlight,
thinking that too.
but yeah, so to highlight our key player from the defensive line, I love this quote from earlier in the offseason when they asked Adam Butler, like, what happened? Like, what changed his mindset and made him be okay with this role and be happy with this role that he's been given on this defensive line? And he said he wasn't happy with the situation, and he realized, like, I got to do what I have to do, damn near, to get to it and see some success.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a real team player. I love that.
No, for sure. No, everything he's been doing since he got with the team, man, he's definitely been just putting his head down and going out there and just proving himself. And shit, now he's our starter. Like, even if Christian Wilkins was here, he would have been starting alongside of him. So definitely a solid piece for us on the defensive line. And last year, he's proven it.
Oh yeah, man. And I hope to see him make some noise this year. I hope to see everybody on this D line make some noise. The guy besides him that I'm really excited about on the defensive line that I've been hyping up a lot is JJ Pegues. I really think JJ is going to really make some noise. Also,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Latu, of course, too. I'm excited to see what he can do as well.
Yeah. No, for sure. JJ is another one too, and I know he did pretty solid this last game too.
Yeah, he did.
Him and Hemingway, but I know we'll talk about them a little bit. But yeah, I just hope we get to see a little bit of a fullback play from JJ. You know,
Oh yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
shoot, him and Tonka, they both could run the ball. Shoot, it'll be real interesting to see what we could do with.
No, fuck it.
This
Even Jonah, bro, he played
Yeah.
tight end, dog.
This
Oh, we can get
preseason
real
game,
versatile, bro.
this
Yeah.
preseason game is the game I would like to see that though. Like it's preseason game
Yeah.
3. Let them boys get in. And if we get a goal line play like last week,
Yeah.
like we're not gonna use Ashengenci this week. Let Tonka or let JJ come in there and let's like we seen them do it. Let them, you know.
Yeah.
Spice it
True.
up.
Hey, bro, I get you, but I don't want to see no possible RB controversy or nothing like that. If East or one of them start going crazy, bro,
Yeah, you
goal line
already know, man.
situation.
You already know.
Yeah, moving on to the next position group, we got the edge rushers, or AKA the defensive ends. You already know who the face that runs the place at the moment, Max Crosby.
Yeah.
And on the list for the depth chart, we also got Malcolm Koonce, Tyree, Charles Snowden, Tonka Hemingway, Andre Carter, and UDFA Jaw Joyner. So, in your guys' opinions, from this list, I would say there's probably going to be maybe about 4, maybe 5 guys. Also, because depending on what they do with Tyree Wilson, they may list him as an edge rusher moving forward, or he may be the 3 tech.
Yeah. I see them keeping. Well, if we're going to go forward, definitely, of course, Malcolm Koonce, Tyree, Tonka, and maybe even Max for sure out of that list. But everybody else, I think, either can make the practice squad or might be waived. But Andre Carter did prove himself a little bit more, so that's somebody that I wouldn't mind keeping on the practice squad as well. So, but
I agree with
feel
that.
like just for the fact that they drafted Tonka and then Tyree, Malcolm, unless something happens and they trade him away, but I think that definitely is the top 4 for that.
As long as Snowden doesn't have that legal situation that keeps him out, then I'm definitely going Max, Malcolm, Tyree, Snowden, and let Tonka, be on the because we seen what Snowden did last year.
Yeah,
him and Caleb Chase on, without Max out there, they showed up. They showed up. So like I think he earned his, reason to be there and be a part of that.
100%. 100%. We got some more guests in the building. We got Greg Dominguez shouting out the Oos.
What up, Oos?
Yeah, but if I was to say regarding this position with the edge rushers, obviously Max is a lock. He's not going nowhere. He's making the 53. So it's got to be him, Koonce, and I'm gonna say Snowden because I liked what I seen when Max was out. I liked how he stepped up and he made some plays out there. Now, granted, obviously he has potential, maybe some legal issues or a possible suspension. Knock on wood. I hope that don't happen to him. But Tyree, I think, is going to make this team, but I don't see it being as an edge rusher. I really think if we're going to get the fullest potential out of Tyree, I think it's going to be on the inside as a 3 tech. or if they decided to do something crazy, maybe a wide 9 if they want to play him outside. But I really think at the 3 tech, that's where we're going to see the most promise out of Tyree Wilson this year.
Yeah.
I think they see that. I think they see that out of him.
Yeah, and we about to see it right now. I'm about to pull up this clip of Tyree Wilson from last week, and shout out D-Line Vids. They came through with some fire film right here.
Jeez.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I've never seen that.
Yeah, bro, and look at this, bro. He straight dead stopped that play. Look, obviously Max made the play right here. He got the tackle, but
But he
Tyree
brought him
stopped that,
outside,
bro. Yeah, I'm gonna play that back one more time just so we can see that pass rush, bro. Straight bull rush, bro. Nothing you can do about that when he extend them arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so much potential. It's crazy, and hopefully, like you said, he can live up to, the draft pick that we drafted him at, and that would definitely help out the defensive line a lot, especially Max Crosby.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, if he's able to push them back, also even besides our edge rushers, it's going to help out our linebacker crew too, especially because we definitely got, I'd say, a whole lot of run defenders in that linebacker core, and we also have a couple good coverage guys too in Jamal Adams and Jermaine Pratt. But showcasing on this graphic, we have our current green dot, E-Rob and Landon Roberts, and I feel like he's obviously a locky to be starting. I feel like this is one of those groups that's solidified already with knowing who's going to be in that starting 3. And more than likely, it's looking like it's going to be E-Rob, Devin White, and Jermaine Pratt. Who are your guys' thoughts? Trey, if you want to start off with who you think is going to make it out of this bunch. And usually with this one, they go, I would say, about each linebacker spot, I'd say probably like 2 people are going to make it.
Yeah. That's
So,
6.
of course, E-Rob, White, Pratt, Adams, Eichenberg, Gaynor, Lindenberg make the practice squad. Hey,
Yeah.
he said E-Rob looking like Jerome.
He said Jerome was so wild. That's crazy, bro.
Oh shit! Now I gotta see that.
Teach a man how to squat. That's
Yeah.
a good one, cuz.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Oos. Your turn, actually. My fault. I don't want to go out.
No, they good, bro. I think it's about the same, man. Roberts, White, Pratt, Adams, and shit. I guess I'd give it to Gaynor. Gaynor Eichenberg, yeah. I think that's about the same that Oos said. I mean, it could switch up a lot, but I think that most of them, and then knowing that Amari and Tommy going into their second year, so yeah, I'd give it to them.
Yeah. Okay. So I got it going with E-Rob, Devin White, Pratt. Those are the starters. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Jamal Adams. I expect big things from him this year. I think Tommy Eichenberg. And for the last spot, honestly, I might go with Jalen Smith, honestly. I think Jalen Smith might get that last spot. And honestly, I had high hopes when we drafted Cody Lindenberg, but I feel like he still needs a little bit more time to develop and understand the system before he could actually be ready to make that final 53. But I could definitely see him making our practice squad.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, did they have Edmonds playing linebacker last week a little bit?
No, I think they had him at safety. I think he was just in the box.
He was just in the box.
Yeah, he was playing safety.
Okay, I was just making sure because it looked like I thought I seen him,
yeah,
playing in there beside the linebackers. But if he was just playing in the box and that was just a disguise, then I get it because they were talking big stuff about him today too, and like what he playing for a spot somewhere.
Yeah, probably could be.
Now I don't have any clips on Landon Roberts, but I do have this cold graphic of Devin White, who, in my opinion, that's the linebacker to watch out this year for this offseason. Hey. And a lot of people were hating on the signing when we first got him, saying, "Hey, I would have loved to pick 5-6 years ago." But
no, true.
In my opinion, he's back, bro. Like I feel like he's understanding his role, and Pete Carroll knows a thing or two about linebackers, bro. So does Spytek, and so does Pat Graham. So I feel like there's a reason why they brought him in, and so far it's been showing. Now, week one of the preseason, everybody looked a little sloppy with tackling, but as we seen last week, he was getting to the ball, bro. He was getting to where he needed to
Except for
be.
that 3rd and 18, that was on him.
Hey, man.
You
Yeah.
gotta drop deeper. You're
right.
Why I don't know why it's 3rd and 18. Why are you worried about a dude that's only running a 5-yard little in route, and you got somebody running behind you that's running a fucking 17-yard dig? And like, bro, why are you not taking that away? Like, that was my only problem. Like, get back.
Yeah. Now, Devin White wasn't somebody that we brought in my opinion, to be a coverage guy. I think he was more so to stop the run. But one guy that we brought in who he could stop the run, and in my opinion, he could cover too, is Jamal Adams. I feel like that was a very big pickup, and he's going to make a huge impact. He might even fuck around and end up starting at some point in the season, in my opinion.
I can see that happening. I know he really isn't known for his coverage ability, but I guess as a linebacker, it's better than most. But seeing him out there, even at training camp practices and in that first game, like just seeing how quick he looks out there. I mean, just and knowing Pete Carroll, Pete Carroll is known for giving a lot of these guys second chances and just utilizing them to the best of their ability. That's why I like Pete Carroll and even the signing of Jamal Adams, because shit, if we could get the Jamal Adams from Seattle and even the Jets without having to worry about him like covering deep,
that'd be real nice.
I think we'd be solid, man. I feel like it's kind of like a cheat code for the Raiders, but again, it's one thing to look good in the offseason, another to look good during the season. But for sure, he's a guy that I know a lot of people are gonna be excited about.
Oh yeah, we got some people that are excited for sure. My guy Greg said let Adams play. Oh, he definitely gonna play. He's gonna see the field a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think playing him as an actual linebacker, like every down, like nah, like on certain situations and certain downs, like I like how he said himself, like let them use him as a joker, let them move him everywhere.
Yeah, bro.
Let them move him everywhere because he's still smaller on the smaller side, and I still think those regular season guards are gonna move him out the way.
Yeah,
and his quickness, he can get around them. Some of them and blitz and all that. But as far as like taking on a guard, like hands up, keep the ones that know what they're doing out there for that.
Yeah, and like Kid Raider said, he could be, and you said regarding being a joker, he could be a blitzing linebacker, or he could spy on options when it comes to quarterbacks.
Because he can chase them down.
Yeah, and he also had a very bold take right here too. He said Adams should be starting over Pratt. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
No, I agree with the Trey on like putting him in, like at least for now until he continues to prove himself, like just on certain plays and just let him play all over and wherever he needs, wherever they can use him at on the defensive side as a playmaker for sure.
Yeah, that's facts. I mean, shoot, even if who knows, there might come a time where we might even have to plug him in at safety.
Yeah.
And hopefully it doesn't come to that point, but
big nickel.
Yeah, it's a long season. Yeah, he could be a big nickel.
Big nickel, bring him in. Let's rock. Because you don't know what he playing. Linebacker, slot, safety, you don't know what he playing. Bring him in. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like that's how I want to see Jamal Adams use.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of big nickel, another person who we have is Jeremy Chin, who we have featured as, in my opinion, one of the premier guys that we picked up this offseason for this safety room. And I love the additions. I was a little bummed at first when we got rid of Timo, but the moment we got Jeremy Chin, I was ecstatic, bro. Because in my opinion, that was the only guy I seen that would be potentially considered an upgrade over Timo in the potential free agency period. And I'm glad that Zay, Big Play Zay, Isaiah Palomau, your cousin, is finally getting them starting reps, bro.
Yeah, bro.
bro.
I'm really excited to see like, of course, Isaiah finally get starting reps, right? And hopefully he could ball out this year and keep that starting position.
He balled out last year too.
Yeah, and then even seeing Jeremy Chin like come in like you said, it did suck to lose Merrick like and free agency because he was a homegrown talent, but getting a guy like Chin who I feel like is just as I think he's the same as Timo and brings about the same thing with just a little bit more for a lot cheaper. I think was a huge signing for the Raiders. Everybody else, This is like the position group that I guess outside of the starters that I'm kind of like a little worried about. There are some bright spots there, Chris Smith,
Mhm.
here and there, but I feel like there's so many free agents still that the Raiders could address this position with.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinions though.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Like one guy that we brought in recently, Terrell Edmonds, he looked
Yeah.
solid last week, and
Yeah.
I think he's a guy that that is mentioned on the list of the depth chart that I think could make this team. And who knows, maybe some of these guys end up making the final 53 going into the season, or maybe, as we've seen
Yeah.
earlier today, Adam Schefter and them been going crazy with some trade news. Maybe we may pull off a trade. Shoot, I seen the Patriots are trying to get
Kyle
rid of
Duggar.
Kyle Duggar, and another person to monitor is former Raider Epps. I feel like even Epps is somebody that I would consider possibly bringing back too.
Oh yeah, he's still
Now,
a free agent, huh? Or no?
he's on the Patriots, but I don't. It's
Oh
looking like
They, sta-
they
they
might
gave
possibly
him
move
a
off him too.
they gave him a contract though. Didn't
yeah.
they? Didn't they
I
give
don't.
him a contract?
I think he on a 1 year.
Because he's coming off the injury. I can see that. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with what we got, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
let's
yeah.
grow. Let's grow with what we got.
Yeah.
Like Isaiah Palomaro, like let's grow with him. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
let's grow. Let's grow with Chris Smith. Like, well, and you know why the only reason I'm saying Chris Smith, like, go Dogs. But
Yeah. You got your
but,
bias, and I'll respect for that. No problem.
but at the same time, Pete Carroll had a lot of good stuff to say about Lonnie Johnson Jr., who he's saying will be back by week 4 or 5.
I
So
hope so.
if we can let Chris Smith sit in there and maintain, because we really haven't seen it out of Trey Taylor. Terrell Edmonds, like I would love to keep him around, but he's older. Like, let's let these young guys do their thing, man. Let's let these young guys, because if we find something, because we seen Palomalo, like he played 12? He started 12 games last year.
Yeah.
Like, and he played good. Like, it wasn't like he played bad. And then
He was getting around the ball, bro. He was getting to the ball. He was making plays on the ball
and all that stuff. That's what I'm saying. And we just watched Chris Smith have 7 tackles in that last preseason game. Like, let's see these young guys. Let's see these young guys. Let's not waste these picks that we can save for next year, and see what we got.
I feel like the only way, like, I agree with that, because I think the only way I would add to this team is just signing a veteran free agent just to come in and see what they have, or just be a presence at least. But outside of that, definitely we know that Pete Carroll likes to use the young players, especially the people that are a little lower on the depth chart, right?
Yeah.
And like the only thing is just after Isaiah and Jeremy is just kind of like question marks. But Chris Smith, I will say, like from what I've been seeing, and at least like at training camp and stuff like that, this dude looks solid. At least like he's been aggressive, like at the joint practices and at the mock game that they had. This dude was just flying around. I was like, damn, he kind of reminded me of like Jonathan Abram, kind of taking the practices a little serious.
If he get back to what he was at Georgia, man,
yeah. So in my opinion, from the safety room, I feel like it's going to be maybe about 4 or 5. The reason why I'm saying 5 is because, of course, Lonnie Johnson's out with an injury. So I feel like they're going to reserve him a spot because he's one of the guys that Pete Carroll brought in that he really liked and he spoke highly of this offseason.
Yeah.
So, Oos, in your opinion, obviously we already know the starters are locked. So who are the other guys you would possibly keep on this roster in this room?
Well, for sure. For sure. Isaiah, Jeremy, Chris. I feel like Terrell Edmonds for sure. Just for now, like at least for now, going into the season, and then I'll probably trade Taylor only because special teams.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't know about the others.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would have the same sentiment. I'd say I like Terrell Edmonds' experience more so that obviously he's gotten more playing time in the league than Trey Taylor has at the moment, but I still see Trey Taylor making it. Also, like you mentioned, special teams is key, and he's been real solid for us when it comes to special teams. Now, Trey, who you rolling with? Who would you bring in?
I'm going Chin, Palomalo, Smith, and Edmonds until Lonnie Johnson comes back. But we got to remember, man, hey, Thomas Harper sealed that game for us against the Saints. He's the reason why we got the number what we get, the number 7 pick, a 6 pick, whatever
pick,
pick
yeah.
we got. We could have got a lower one if he would have just dropped that motherfucker, but I ain't gonna say that about that. But no,
Hey, a few things could have happened differently. We could have even ended up with Cam Ward or something, bro. You never know. But
yeah,
hey, we got a great roster, in my opinion, at this moment. Looking at what we're working with, it's an upgrade compared to last year. So I like what I'm seeing. And yeah, bro, the other big conversation, obviously, we talked about the safeties. That's a part of the DB room, but the big conversation this offseason has been the cornerback room when it comes to the defense.
Yeah.
And we had some big names on this roster at the start of training camp that are no longer a part of the roster. And what are your guys' thoughts? We'll start off obviously with the trade. How did you feel initially when it happened? How are you feeling now with the Ja'Cory Bennett trade boost?
I guess I was a bit surprised by it, to be honest with you, but I totally understood it because the way that they've been going about like Ja'Cory throughout all of training camp, it seemed like he didn't really have a spot on the roster, right? Because he kept I thought he was going to be like cornerback 1, but then they were running him with the 2s, with the 3s, and sometimes even 4s.
Yeah,
and it just seemed like okay, he's probably not going to fit in. And there was a lot of people talking about, oh, he might be the odd man out. Then it happened. I thought we could have got something more for him, but the way Pete Carroll and them sees Thomas Booker and seeing the potential in him, and even like the Eagle fans, like I seen a lot of them saying like, you guys got a good one, like he just hasn't gotten a lot of playing time. And of course the Eagles, they got a plethora of defensive linemen over there. So I mean, if we got a good one in Thomas Booker, then I'm totally fine with it. It's like to lose Ja'Cory Bennett, but at the end of the day, he wasn't like Namdi or anybody, on the roster.
took the words
So
right out of my mouth.
yeah, so I mean, he was a solid cornerback, but he wasn't that guy like just yet. But I feel like the potential was through the roof for Ja'Cory, but I'm not losing sleep over the move at all. I'm just gonna hope that Thomas Booker goes out there and proves why the Raiders traded for him.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And so far, what we've seen some flashes again in the pass rush. Now, I'd like to see him make some plays fully, get some sacks, pause, or even make some tackles for loss. I want to see some impact plays being made. Now, I know he was in the depth chart behind Jalen Carter over there, and that's saying a lot, especially to be the guy behind the guy over there. Like, hey man, maybe we might see something over here, and it's a little unfortunate. It can be stressful sometimes. Like we depend on other teams' backups to be our star players, but sometimes it works out, bro. Sometimes you might get that flash in the bottle, and you get that potential Pro Bowl or even All Pro player. Now, is that Thomas Booker? I don't know, but one guy that obviously we moved off of Ja'Cory Bennett, and in my opinion, that must mean that he and Pat Graham, they must have a lot of trust in this cornerback room, especially our young guys like our 3rd round pick Darian Porter.
Yeah,
and from what I've seen, I managed to get to attend one of the first practices when they had pads.
Yeah,
he looked like the real deal to me, and this is only his 2nd year playing cornerback, bro. In ever, that's insane to me, bro.
Yeah, that is crazy. Nah, and you see, and the thing I like about Porter is just like he seems like a soft spoken guy though, but like hearing him talk, I think recently at one of the training camps, like you could tell he got that he got a lot of confidence in him too, He was like, we could be friends off the field, but when it comes on the field, man, we ain't friends.
Yeah,
But I hope his play backs up. But he has all the potential, and we've been hearing nothing but great things about him at practices and training camps, and he seems like the prototypical Pete Carroll cornerback. So it is going to be interesting, and it just shows, like you said, that this team, Pete Carroll, they got a lot of trust in these guys to move on from a guy like Ja'Cory Bennett. And I guess for some time now, I guess Ja'Cory has been on the trade block for a while. So, a lot of these young guys are going to get a lot of PT, him, DeCamerion. Of course, bringing in Stokes is another guy that for sure will be starting outside. So I think there's a lot of, for me, like I feel like this is the group that definitely I have a lot of questions with because, they look good in practice, and these are names that we see, but when they go up against those top guys or those other offenses, will they like step up and shut anybody down?
Yeah,
we'll just have to wait and see.
yeah, and that's going to be a big question mark for sure. And we've been, like you said, we've been hearing a lot of great things about Darian Porter. Now the other potential starter, Eric Stokes, we haven't heard too much about, which some people might see as a red flag, but that could also be a good thing because there's a good chance maybe he's just locking shit down at practice.
I think
I
before the end of the season, Darian Porter and Kyle Blue Kelly gonna be the starters on the outside,
really
and
okay,
Eric Stokes would be the number 2.
okay,
I feel like before the end of the season, because I know we haven't heard a lot about him in practice, but I was watching San Francisco game and that Seattle game.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
He like Darian Porter. I want to see if we gonna see that from Eric Stokes, I'd rather see Darian Porter out there
yeah,
and see what the young boy got because, like you said, he got the intangibles. He has
mhm,
everything. We watched the film. I watched it with you and Rundown.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We seen he has the patience, he has the hips, he has everything, the length, he has everything that you would want. The
yeah,
speed, so if Stokes goes back, reverts back to that corner that he's been in Green Bay, then I definitely see Porter and Kyle Blue Kelly,
oh yeah.
starting.
Okay.
You
That's
know,
that's an interesting take, and hey, it's possible. And if they're the
yeah,
guys that are balling out, I'm not mad at it, bro. I just want to see people make some plays, make turnovers, and get the ball back to our offense so we can put more points on the board than the other team for real.
yeah.
So, Oops, I gotta know who would you want to keep in this cornerback room? I feel like you said, this is probably the room with the biggest question mark on the defense.
yeah.
In my opinion, I feel like that might be the room where we possibly keep the most guys.
No,
And
for
I
sure.
would say maybe about like 7 or 8, give or take. Who would probably
Yeah.
be in that range? Who are the guys you'd possibly keep around?
Well, for sure, I feel like we got Stokes, DeCamerion, Darian, Sam Webb, Caillou, Luke Kelly, and then after that could be, I guess, Greedy Vance as well,
Mhm.
and that'd be basically everybody outside of John and JT.
Okay.
If that was the route we went with.
Okay. And I'll go with the same sentiment there. I could agree with that. Those are about the same people I'd keep. Now, it's real interesting. The big question mark is the slot, or or some would say the nickel cornerback position, which Darnay Holmes at the moment is the starting slot corner that we have. Next
Mhm.
in line is Greedy Vance. There's a chance that either one of those guys that starts off week 1 as a starter, or who knows, maybe they look outside the building at somebody, maybe at an Asante Samuel,
Yeah.
or maybe somebody else that gets cut from another roster. It's going to be real interesting to see how that one plays out.
Darnay Holmes was playing out there in the fourth quarter last game.
Okay.
That says a lot about where he stands. They might have him listed at the number 1, but I don't think they sold on him.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to just weigh out different options, and that's one thing about Pete Carroll that I noticed is obviously he's seen a lot of football. He's coached a whole lot of football, so he's seen every different scenario in football. So I'm sure he's just testing the water, seeing like, okay, if this happens, can I plug this guy in at this spot? Or if this happens, can this guy play over here instead? Or if I need him to play over here instead, can you do that? But I'm sure he's seen, okay, this will work out, or yeah, nah, never mind, never again. With some
Mhm.
of these options. Now, I don't have a clip for the cornerbacks, but I got to show this clip because honestly, our safety room, I feel like one of the strong points of our defense. And yeah, man, here's our guys, bro. Your cousin, bro, making
Sure.
plays already.
Isaiah. Yes,
Setting
sir.
the tone, bro. He's setting the tone.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
Those they're not small back there, man. Pause, man.
no,
It's a lot of length back there. It's a lot of length back there on that back end and on the sides. So
yeah.
that's one thing that I think.
So you got chinned.
Huh?
President, you've been chinned. That's funny.
you
You know,
got
with the
chin,
sweet
you
chin music is.
you got
Oh
chin
yeah,
chin.
oh, yeah, bro.
But
I really want to
that's
see a
gonna
lot
be
of big
big.
hits, a lot of turnovers from our secondary room for sure. And that's been a big question mark too, is the tackling. Now, I've seen a few people on social media talking about our rookie Darian Porter is afraid to make tackles. From what I've seen on the film, bro, nah,
He's
he
still
comes up and he lays the hit, bro. Shoot, last week or the week before that, Yeah, against Seattle. I seen him lower his shoulder, and he made somebody do the spin Rooney out of bounds, bro. So come on now, he got to be hitting, bro. And I expect that from obviously if people need rest or if people go down, I expect our secondary room to be able to tackle. Now I'm not gonna say no names of who I don't see tackling, but I just hope they step it up when it comes to regular season.
I can see that. I know. I think I got a good idea, but with Darian Porter, man, he hasn't dropped past the twos. Only reason he's running with the twos is because they want to see what Kyle Bukele got. Like, so obviously in practice, he's still stepping up to the bar like he's supposed to when he's in practice. Because they still got him running with the ones, him and Kyle Bukele. That's the reason why I think that whole Eric Stokes thing, like we said, nobody's talking about Eric Stokes. You're not hearing nothing about Eric Stokes. So that means he's not making a play and he's not really getting beat either. But the last two highlights I seen from Trey Tucker was on Eric Stokes. The last two highlights from practice I seen from Trey Tucker was on. He was good in coverage. He was sticky. He was right on. And Trey Tucker still made the play. So was that Trey Tucker making the play or was that Eric Stokes getting beat? And I hope it was just Trey Tucker making the play, but
I would think so, and I would hope so, like you said. And regarding that, I know a lot of fans get a little bothered when they hear, "Oh, this guy's getting beat in practice. This guy's getting beat in practice on offense, or vice versa." But one thing we got to understand, unless it's just joint practice, the outcome is going to be a Raider player winning.
Yeah.
So it's iron sharpens iron, and like you said, Stokes got beat by Trey Tucker on those clips, but hey, some of those are just perfect ball placement by QB1.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Sometimes you could have the best coverage possible, and hey, they play it right in the breadbasket where only that guy could get it, and there's nothing you could do about it.
Yeah, they haven't been big wins. No, they haven't. He's been right there.
Yeah,
he's been right there. So
and that
hopefully it's us.
And that could also mean a big thing. Maybe Trey gonna be one of those breakout guys this year. I hope to see it. Now that concludes our part when talking about the defense. We went through all the position groups on the defense. Now we'll start off with the offense. And the biggest talk of the offseason so far has been the position battles and everything ongoing with the offensive line group. It's been real crazy to see because we've been seeing a lot of rotating pieces at practice and stuff. The one sure thing we know is Cole Miller's going to be our bookend left tackle, bro. He here for the foreseeable future, and he got a well-deserved contract extension. What are your thoughts on that extension he got, Oos?
I think it was good though. Yeah, it's great to keep that homegrown talent, and it shows that Cole Miller has just been doing his job, and rightfully so, because a lot of people would usually hold out, and I love the fact that he did not show up to I think one camp, but then he came back and then just been there every single day, putting his head down, and they definitely seen that and gave him the contract extension. I think it was solid, and I think that he's one of those core pieces on the offensive line that you don't want to lose. So the fact that they got it done this offseason was a good thing, and I feel like that whole left side, that whole left side with him and Parham is solidified though, and I know from center on it's kind of like all over the place, but I think for the most part, locking in Colton Miller was big this offseason.
Absolutely, 100%. I agree with that. And it's been a lot of moving pieces through the offseason, seeing different people besides Colin Miller and Parham moving around. That right side, like you said, has been different people in and out each practice as working out with the ones, working out with the twos. We going into this offseason, we assume we have our locked in our starting center for this foreseeable future, possibly a top 5 guy in JPJ. But it seems like coaching staff sees things differently, and they got him playing right guard, which at first I knew he would do well right there. I was a little skeptical because I heard that Jordan Meredith, this was his first time playing the center position, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's the right move going forward, especially new quarterback, new running game. We want all this to work out. I don't know if that's a smart move with your anchor guy in the middle to be a beginner, but so far he's been holding his own, and now after last week, I feel like they feel confident to lock it in. Possibly like that's going to be our starting 5: Colton at the left tackle, Parham at left guard, Meredith at center, JPJ at right guard, and Delmar DJ Glaze at right tackle. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Yeah, you good.
As far as the starting line, No, yeah, I think I agree with you. Well, yeah, Colton at left tackle, definitely Dylan at left guard, of course Meredith. At center, JPJ, right, and then yeah, DJ Glaze. I think that's going to be the offensive line that they go into the season with.
Yeah.
Will it be the same one at the end of the season? We'll see,
Mhm.
but definitely, I think that's the way it's all panned out right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's going to be a lot of changing pieces on, more than likely going throughout the full length of a 17 game season, just because injuries happen. People sometimes either may stink it up. Hopefully, nobody stinks it up here, but it
Yeah,
happens like that, bro. So we're gonna see. Like, it's gonna be real interesting to see. Who knows? We might even see some of these rookies that we picked up starting towards the end of this year. It's a possibility. Now, usually when it comes to offensive line, there's I would say about usually two people per position group
yeah,
that end up getting that starting spot. So who are the guys that you would see picking up here? Now I see about a total of
shit,
well
10.
13 if you include our international player Lucky Tassi. So who would you say would be the guys? Now Lucky Tassi is a freebie,
Yeah,
but out of these
he's.
guys, who would be the 10 guys you would keep?
I definitely keep that whole left side plus Alex Kappa, Caleb, Charles, and Dalton.
Okay.
That yeah, I think that's pretty much
Yeah.
solid for me.
I agree with that too. And Will Putnam is a possibility just because he's on paper he's the backup center, but we know what it is more than likely. Whether
Oh
it's
yeah,
Meredith may not look up to par, or if he goes down, I feel like they're gonna have to put JPJ back, and that it might be a blessing in disguise or a bittersweet moment if that happens. But I'm sure the fans will enjoy it if we get to see JPJ back at center.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Now, moving on, obviously, besides the run game, for the passing game and the run game, you need the offensive line to get things going. But to get, obviously, besides the passing game, you need to have a running game. And this year, we made a big addition when we made our first round selection, sixth overall, to get Ashton Genty. Now, last year we started off, or we finished the season with the 32nd rank, so dead last
yeah.
in running pretty much ranks. Now it's not going to look like that this year. It's going to be a big change. And I know, Oos, you were in the same sentiment as me. He wasn't your ideal choice
Yeah.
in the first round. But now, as times progress, how do you feel about the draft pick?
I'm with it though. Like he's a Raider. Gentsy's a
Yeah.
Raider, and I never thought that he was a bad player. And I feel like a lot of people kind of like take what I was trying to say like out of proportion. But Gency, I think is going to be a great back in the league, and
Mhm.
hopefully he does great. No injuries or anything. Because I know like those physical backs, man. It takes a toll on them. I mean, we had Josh Jacobs, and Josh Jacobs did a great job staying on the field, but he was definitely beat up a lot.
Yeah.
But Genty, of course, I think our whole offense will revolve around him. It's the main reason why we drafted him so high. So, I'm excited about it. And the crazy thing is, the only reason why I wasn't really high on getting him so high because this draft class was filled with so many great running backs. My
Facts.
favorite running back is over there in New England right now. So,
Yep.
and he's doing his thing, and I'm like, you could have got that guy later and then
Man,
get somebody at this. But, I'm not gonna complain. We got the number one back. And I feel like being the 32nd ranked off run game is not going to be us this season for sure. But I think him leading the charge is going to help this offense a lot and take a lot of the load off of Geno Smith. But as long as the offensive line can do their part, I think Genty will be okay.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that, man. And you were actually at the game this past week. You got to see what RB1 looks like. And be honest,
Yeah.
were you a little nervous when he went to the blue tent? I've seen a lot of fans on social media.
You know
"Oh,
what? I
look,
didn't
he's
even
great."
see when he went, but was it after he caught that pass and went like head to head?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he went head up with the
No, yeah,
linebacker.
yeah, yeah. I seen
Yeah,
that play, and then I didn't know that he went to the 10th, but that play really like got me like, oh shit, like, bro, it
yeah,
looked crazy, but then you heard the smack, like the helmet smack, and I'm like, you don't want to see that in the game, man, especially a
yeah.
preseason game. So I didn't know he went to the 10th. I just seen him back out there, I guess, but
Yeah, a
yeah,
lot of people were on social media were going berserk. They were worried about it. Rightfully so. I get it.
no,
That's your
yeah,
first round pick. You don't want to see him go down.
yeah,
In my opinion, I think it was just a little bit of like he probably got like a little stinger,
That's
and
what
he
he
shook it
said.
off. And oh shit, boy, did he shake it off, man!
yeah, no,
Yeah.
no,
When he came back, bro, he went crazy. He went
He
crazy.
said it was a stinger and they was checking him for a concussion.
Yeah, and shoot, week 1, I seen a lot of people switching up, trying to call him a bust. A lot of the media people trying to call him a bust off of 3 carries, which
That's crazy. Yeah.
it's not fair. That's not fair
Oh,
to go off
yeah.
3 carries, and especially in the preseason. I gotta at least see a couple seasons
Yeah.
before I could give anybody a label of a bust. But
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be one of those players. I think he's gonna be a successful running back in this league for a long time, and I hope it's with the Raiders. I hope we give him a second contract because shoot, just first true impact in the game, bro. He went crazy, bro. He had a play where this is gonna be on kids' posters for years to come, bro. If we're being real,
Yeah, for sure.
First big truck, bro, and legendary photo off the rip, bro. That shit was insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
what were
it's
your
crazy
thoughts when
watching that play. Yeah, it was crazy watching that play because we were just chilling and I seen it like, oh shit. Honestly, I didn't think it was that big of a play at the time. Like it was cool to see him truck somebody, and we kind of went crazy. And then we seen the replay. I was like, oh shit, like he really made him touch earth. It's crazy. So
Right.
it was like, it's crazy seeing how much how viral it's been going. But you know, if that's just a taste of what we can get like during the season, then I'm excited for it. Definitely look like beast mode for a little bit out there, but it's definitely cool though. I just can't wait to see him play a full game and continue to do that. And as far as last week's game or the Seahawks game, yeah, I felt like a lot of people definitely overreacted to it. Like even though I wasn't like a big Genty guy coming in, like I already knew like there's no reason to judge him off those carries, you know.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
yeah. So it was definitely cool, and I know he's gonna be a guy, one of those guys, those impact players that are gonna get the Raider Nation excited, especially in the Legion. I feel like last year we didn't have a lot of impact guys outside of Brock Bowers. That's those guys that can make plays and just get everybody on their feet. Because if you get a run like that or something just to hype up the nation, it gets everybody rocking, and I think it just helps the team's momentum throughout the game. So he's definitely going to be a game changer for us, hopefully, you know.
Oh yeah, and last week we just got a small glimpse, a small preview of what we're gonna hopefully expect for the foreseeable future. And shout out my guy Prez, Raider Resistance. He actually came through with a fire clip, edit he made.
Ashton, you said a few weeks ago you were looking forward to showing the teammates when I asked you about that first "I'm here" moment in the NFL. Do you feel like you showed them that today? Was this that first moment?
Yeah, it was definitely today for sure. And it takes time, as a rookie, to kind of, gain that confidence. And I'm here, I've arrived, and it's time to keep going and make plays for this team.
Yeah.
Yes,
oh yeah, man. It's only the beginning, bro. It's only the beginning, and a lot of people labeling him generational already. I hope so, man. I don't want to be the one to do it right.
But I hope he is.
He's a Raider, so I hope to see it. Now, usually for running backs, a lot of people are going to expect he's going to see all the reps, but in my opinion, especially after seeing hits like that, I want to preserve our running back. I see it being a committee, and I think it's going to be probably about 4 running backs being kept. So Trey, who are the 4 that you'd want to keep?
You already know my second back. And Mostert and Collier. Go Dogs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, my guy, diehard Georgia Bulldog fan. So he going with his guy Zeus Zamir White. Who you rocking with?
Hold on, one thing I want to say about Ashton, bro. That I seen it too much. He got that touchdown, but that ball came out.
Oh yeah, the fumble, yeah.
And in practice, the first practice when they had on pads and they were hitting them with that the ball came out. Like,
yeah, something we got to work on. It's all good.
That's definitely something to work on. I mean, we've seen like guys with short arms like that, like Melvin Gordon have problems with the fumbling. So definitely something. Hopefully, it's not a problem during the season, but as long as it doesn't happen, then we should be good.
Yeah,
I guess for me, like of course, Gency, Mostert, and we're going 3 backs, right? 3,
4. I'll say 4. Yeah.
Yeah, Mostert, White, and shit. That's just hard. It's between Lauby or Collier. Because Collier honestly surprised me this
Yeah.
this preseason. The way he's been running, I'm like, okay. But I guess, but then Dylan, as far as a returner, I guess I kind of lean towards him.
Yeah. So I agree with what you're saying, and yeah, those are also all great options. In my opinion, I would go. Of course, Gentry's going to be there. That's a lock. I got Zeus at RB2. I really like Chris Collier. I think he's going to make that final 53. And with my fourth guy, this might shock some people, but I'm gonna go with Dylan Laube just because
Yeah.
besides him being a different change of pace back, also he's a key guy that we need for special teams, in my opinion. And he's been making some quality plays in the special teams this preseason. Now, a lot of people are wondering why didn't I include Raheem Mostert? In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe they may feel a different way and want to go younger. Maybe they're trying to go younger with the running back room, possibly, or maybe they might even see somebody this offseason. Like we had mentioned earlier, there's teams already making trades or looking at free agents. What if there's a guy they see, whether he's somebody on the street, on the couch, or somebody from somebody else's team that they're interested in, they want to go get instead to change things up.
I think with what you said, I think you do let Raheem Mostert go because you can probably get Sincere McCormick back on the practice squad. You know, if you can get Sincere McCormick back on the practice squad, then you got your Raheem Mostert. You know,
Yeah,
you ask me, the guy that can run inside, outside zone, you know, and get those short yardage plays with, his vision and all that. And I think, if you try to keep Raheem, you're taking away from a Chris Collier or a Dylan
Yeah.
Lobby, a guy that can play actual special teams. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So I agree with you on that with the most of the thing because some of them other guys you can get back on the practice squad.
Yeah. And I agree with that 100%. And I feel like whoever they keep, it's going to be a solid RB room, especially knowing we got the best running back in the draft in Ashton Jency. That's going to be a good way to set the tone and start it off. And moving forward, now we already know who are the potential guys for the running back position. Now, the one position group who, in my opinion, is our strong point of the offense that nobody talks about enough for some odd reason. And they probably should because this is going to likely be Geno Smith's best friends right here. That tight end group, bro. That tight end group, bro.
Because they know what they got.
Yep. And Trey, I'll let you handle this one because that's your boy from Georgia. I'll let you talk your shit. Let it be known.
Hey, look, we already know what Brock gonna be. It's no question about that. What Brock is gonna be. Brock is gonna come in this season and he's gonna take over once again. He's gonna keep elevating like he did all the way through college. He's just gonna keep doing this because that's what Brock is. Brock is a football player. But this tight end room, bro, we know Big Mike for sure.
Oh yeah.
See, this is where it gets tricky though. It's after Big Mike.
Yeah.
You can go Alberto or you can go Ian Thomas. You can go Ishmael too.
Yeah.
You're not gonna leave Runyon out. So like after Big Mike is where it gets tricky, but I'm gonna go with Ian Thomas because of the way the Panthers fans were mad that he left.
Yeah.
And I feel like once again, like I said about the running backs, I feel like these other guys we can get them back on a practice squad once they
I agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that too. Because Ian's been getting a lot of praise too, and he looks solid and he's good as a blocker and a pass catcher. So if they're keeping 3, then definitely those top 3. If not, then those other guys have been definitely showing up too. Alberto, and I've seen a lot of Ishmael too. So I mean, but outside of those guys, then definitely the top 3, you'd be solid with those guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got the unfiltered truth. They got a comment here saying problem with Ian Thomas and most of this list is there is one blocking tight end. Yeah,
Michael Merritt on block.
I would say Michael Merritt could block. I think he could block, and Brock Bowers. Now, granted, for the most part, we're not going to really have him blocking unless we're running the ball. But I feel like he's starting to come to his own now. You might need to put a little more muscle, maybe a little more weight on. Obviously, you're trying to block edge rushers or sometimes even a 3 tech if they're running a stun or something like that. But Yeah, so in my opinion, if we're trying to really key in on blocking, I would say for the three guys I'm bringing in, is of course the best tight end in the world. We're bringing in Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, and I'll say Ian Thomas if we're really trying to key in on blocking. Now, if they're not too concerned about tight ends blocking, then I could possibly see maybe Ishmael getting that third spot possibly. But I still agree Ian Thomas probably would be the strong case for tight end 3.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Michael Mayer is definitely a decent blocker. Like even
Yeah,
his first year, he was decent. Last year, we didn't see Brock. We don't want Brock to block nobody.
yeah,
How much blocking does Travis Kelce do? We
yeah,
don't want
bro.
Brock. He's not. We don't want Brock to be George Kittle.
Yeah,
That
we
ain't
don't need to
what
see
we want him
blocking,
to
bro.
be.
This is what
We
we want to
want
see,
him.
bro.
Yeah, that's what we want to see from Brock.
That right there, that's what we want to see on a weekly basis. Whether
You
it's a
know, like
Sunday, a
yeah,
Monday, or a Thursday, that's what we want to see, bro. And
yeah.
I know a lot of people talk about whenever somebody, especially a rookie, shows out and has a big rookie season, they say, "Oh, they're gonna have a sophomore slump." In your guys' opinion, and I personally, I don't think it's gonna happen, especially now that we have a
You
legit
about to ask
quarterback that
about
can get the
Brock?
ball to him. Yeah, what you think? What do you
You
think?
already know. You already know my answer. Like I said, I watched him do it from a freshman to a junior, and he didn't do nothing but get better in the SEC every year. Like this
Every
dude
year.
is not somebody that you're gonna see like, oh, they're gonna figure something. He's gonna play the same way. He's just gonna make plays like that. That's the
Yeah,
difference. You can try to take him away. You can try to bracket him. You can try to double team him. He's going to make a play. That's the difference of him having a sophomore slump. No,
yeah,
no,
I feel
no.
like as far as numbers, he might not have the same amount of numbers as he did last year and break the
I
record,
agree with
but
that.
I think he'll definitely still be a game changer during the games and make those big plays that we need him to. And I think that's all we need him to do is just make those big plays that we need, even if he's
yeah,
not putting up the big stats. Because I know a lot of that could have been padded with the sorry play and even just garbage yards and whatnot. But I feel like that doesn't take away from him being a difference maker and a playmaker for this offense, especially with the quarterback like Geno Smith for sure.
yeah. And shout out our guy all in Autumn Win. He be going crazy with the
Oh,
vlogs. He chimed in with a comment. He said, "What Brock did with his rookie season with Minshew and AOC, there's
I
no way
agree.
he has a sophomore slump with Gino." And nah,
yeah,
that's facts, bro.
I
There's
agree
no way I see that
100%.
happening.
yeah. But that's the thing, like that, and I feel like a lot of people overlook it is the fact that
Oh
we didn't
wow.
have no other weapons, right? Like, so that's why I feel like we hyper targeted Bowers, which is why he got so much great as far as like a player and a guy that's gonna make plays out there, especially when we need him to. I think he's still gonna be just as effective.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And a reason why I feel like there is a chance he may see less numbers, like you were saying, possibly maybe not record breaking numbers this year,
Yeah.
is we got some guys in that wide receiver room, bro. And one
Mhm.
guy who I really think isn't getting talked about enough, and I expect to possibly have a breakout season, is Trey Tucker. I feel like in the past we didn't have the proper quarterbacks to get the ball to him because we know
Yeah.
he's a speedster that he gonna open up the field. He gonna beat you deep, but there's nobody to get the ball to him. And now we got somebody that with a rocket of arm who he gonna launch that bitch. He gonna get the ball to him, bro. And if they build that chemistry ASAP, it's gonna get scary for opposing defenses.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think they got theirs. I think him and Trey Tucker got their chemistry. It's that Dante Thornton Jr. Once they build that one, that's when
Yeah.
defenses is going to
Mm,
be in
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for
yeah,
sure.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm expecting to hear this saying a lot during the season, bro. Big play Trey, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting big things, bro. And he showed it in the joint practice, even in the game. He
Yeah.
getting open, bro. He's getting separation, and he's making
Yeah.
some great contested catches, bro. I really think. Who knows? There obviously at the moment, some people say we don't have a wide receiver one, possibly with Jacoby Myers. I think he's a fringe wide receiver one, but who knows? What if this is
Mhm.
the year where we finally get that big leap from Trey, and we see our wide receiver one in the making right here? What if this is the guy?
It'll be
He cleaned
big.
up
Yeah.
his routes. Like Devontae Adams, like that's one thing we got to give Devontae his props for, because
Mhm.
if it's one person that he got him right, it was Trey Tucker. And Trey
Yeah.
Tucker made sure to listen to everything Devontae said. And I definitely seen it year 2 that he spent a lot of time with Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm.
From his route running and everything like that. Like, he's going to be legit this year.
Yeah.
I'm picking him in fantasy. I truly am.
Oh, that's going to be a good dark horse right there. We got a question for you, Oos. The Unfiltered Truth wants to know, hey, Samoa, who's your favorite wide receiver on the roster now and why?
Definitely. Oh, well, for me personally, I would say Dante Thornton, only because there's a lot of hype and he has all the tools to be a solid receiver this year, and with the speed and the size that he has, definitely somebody to watch out. And I guess being biased, he was on my podcast, so I still got love for him. So that's why I got love for Dante though. But like, I think out of all of them, for sure him, because he's probably the closest one I am to on this whole thing. But if he could amount to what a lot of people are hyping him up to be, then for sure. And you see Geno Smith, because we've been hearing a lot of good things about Dante in camp, and he looked good at camp. Like he's come down with a lot of big balls, pause. But but you could tell that Geno is trying to get it to him, and they just haven't connected in any way during preseason. But if they do connect, like Trey said, once they get that camaraderie going during the season, I think he could be a big problem, even over Jack Besh and a lot of these other guys. I think Trey Tucker is going to be Trey Tucker. Jacoby's going to be Jacoby. But outside of those two, one guy that I really am excited about is definitely Dante Thornton.
Dante Thornton? Okay. And I agree with that. So my favorite receiver, obviously, I showcased Trey Tucker, but the next guy that I'm most excited about would be Jack Besh, our second-round pick. And I know a lot of people were getting scared at the beginning of the year because he didn't sign a contract yet, but a lot of our second round didn't. But a lot of the second rounders didn't. But now that we got him, got that all squared away, and we got him signed, now it's off to the races. And like you said, your guy Dante Thornton, he's been getting a lot of love, and right now he's currently dubbed one of the starting receivers on the current depth chart. I'm sure a lot of people are expecting that to be Jack Besh, but in my opinion, he kind of plays a similar prototype role of what Jacoby Myers does. So who knows? There is a chance he may see some play in the slot. He may even possibly, if they feel he's ready to be the starter, he might even get the nod at being the starter opposite Jacoby. But I feel like we haven't talked about him enough this offseason, but soon enough we're going to be talking about him because he has a lot of great player comps, bro. Like the Quan Bolin one's an interesting one, and so is the one everybody gives is the other Oos Puka Nakua. Like that's
I'm excited for it though. I'm excited for Jack, even though we haven't heard a lot from him. But both him and Dante are definitely going to be guys that a lot of people look for this year. And it's crazy because I feel like our wide receiver room, I don't really think we got a wide receiver one, but there's a lot of like different players here that complement
a lot of playmakers.
And that's why I say I guess we all look at Brock as the wide receiver one, right? So everybody else complements each other, and then the good thing about it, there's really nobody with big egos on the team, so they're just going to go out there and make plays.
Prez wants to know what did we think about Geno saying he sees some Santana Moss in Trey Tucker's camp?
He better make him look like Santana, man.
Santana was so back in the day, dog. Hey, on NFL Street, bro, he used to come through sometimes for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Santana was crazy.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. But so normally I would say for the wide receiver room, they keep about 2 people per spot, and usually we got obviously the two outside wide receivers, and then you got the slot. So if you guys had to say who's the 6 that you would keep.
Well, okay, I guess for sure Jacoby, Dante, Trey, Jack. I put Philip Dorsett there, and I would say Tommy Malott only because they drafted him.
Malott. Okay.
But Cedric could be a sneaky one too. But
yeah,
I think out of that, I'll just go with Tommy Malott and Philip Dorsett.
Trey, who you got?
I'm going Kobe, Trey, Dante, Besh, Malott, Beckman. Only reason Bachman, my bad. Only reason because of that quote he said, man.
Oh yeah.
That quote he said, I said, oh yeah, he might got a little dog in him.
Yeah, he fighting for a spot too. So
yeah, he looked good the first,
yeah.
first 2 games. So
Mhm. So with my top, or with my sixth, I would keep from the wide receiver room. Of course, Trey Tucker, Jacoby, Thornton, Jack Besh. So that's 4 right there. The next 6 that I would keep, or the next 2 that I would keep to complete the 6, I would say maybe Marquez Callaway. And I'm a little biased here. I'm all for nepotism. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, hey, if we can get Bo's nephew up in there, bro, if we get Cedric in there, bro, I'm all for it, bro. He's shining in the preseason, bro.
Oh, yeah, he's been looking good. He's been looking good.
yeah. I like that. I like that. I like that lineup too.
Yeah. And this wide receiver room and this quarterback that we got at QB1, bro. Not only is it going to be exciting to see on a weekly basis, but it's going to be exciting to play with on Madden, bro. I'm excited to see what we do with this team. I've yet to play the new Madden, but I'm already know it's probably going to be cold as hell, bro.
I've been getting busy with them. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Trey Tucker on one side, Dante Thornton on the other. You better put a safety over top, and then Brock Bowers underneath.
You be playing online, bro?
Yeah, I'm online and anything. Anybody in the comments that want to get smacked, if they don't play with the Raiders, come to play.
Yeah. What's the gamer tag? Don't you bother?
No. It's Maury the Don 1455. My son changed it, but I'm probably gonna change it back to Trader King 540 tonight.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Now, last but not least, the one big thing that a lot of fans, myself included especially, was harping on all offseason and for the last few off seasons is we need a fucking quarterback. We need a quarterback bad, bro. And I mean, he wasn't the original choice that I was expecting to be. When we got Pete Carroll, I kind of seen it coming just because that's his guy, but I didn't think Seattle would be crazy to trade for him. But we got our solidified QB1 now with Geno Smith, guys. And I mean, in the past, I knew we used to be like, oh, well, at least we got Minshew. At least we got Jimmy G. People like that. And it was horrible. It did not work out. Yeah. I feel real comfortable saying at least we got Geno Smith as our quarterback one, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
No, same here. I think he probably, I guess we could feel more comfortable with him, like out of all the quarterbacks after Derek Carr. But, even Derek Carr in the latter years, I don't think was really that good. But outside of that, having a solidified quarterback, I think Geno, especially with the relationship that he has with Pete Carroll already in the system, I think gives a lot of people a lot of hope, at least optimism going into the season. And he's looked good. I think from everything we've seen, he's got the arm, he's got the accuracy. He can get out of the pocket if he needs to. So I just hope that he definitely steps up and shows out in a couple of games for us.
Yeah.
Keep being the same Geno that you've been being. Don't do like every other player that we go get that comes to the Raiders, bro. And then you go back to who you were. Keep being that same player that you've been being. Like, keep being him.
Yeah,
I agree. And shoot, last year we had a couple 1,000-yard receivers, and we didn't have a running game. We weren't able to do a lot, but this year we addressed all that. We got a running game, and now we have a quarterback who, you see it right here on these clips, bro. He lasers, bro. He's throwing lasers downfield.
Who was that catch on again?
No comment. Hey, it's against the Raiders, so no comment.
Yeah.
All these against the Raiders, so no comment, bro. I'm not mad at these ones. If it's another team, we might got some issues there. It might be a problem, but I'm excited to see what he does, man. And I know he's only on a 3-year deal, so it's really going to depend on how he performs this year to see, is he going to be the guy of the future? Is he going to be our franchise guy, or is it just a next building block until we figure out who's the guy of the future? Now, going into this quarterback room, I'm real confident in QB1, but after that, I don't know. If he goes down, bro, I think we might be in panic mode. Panic mode. We might be right there.
I ain't tripping about Aiden. Aiden has done it. He's done it for us every year, bro. Like, every year in the regular season, bro. Like, to be honest, like that Chiefs game last year, we should have won. Even the year before that, his rookie year. Like, Aiden does this in the preseason. I ain't tripping about him in the regular season. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I guess I'm on a different notion with the backups. I kind of talked about this on my live stream, I think, recently, but I unless Aiden goes out there and kills it this last game, I'd be surprised if he still be on the roster going into the season. And I feel like he could be
That's
a
real.
candidate that could be waived or traded.
Yeah.
And I think Cam Miller could be the QB2, but I keep that slot open for possibly like a veteran quarterback. It could be anybody, honestly.
Yeah.
Not Desmond Ritter or whatnot, but there's a lot of
Yeah.
options out there. Whether there's teams that want to trade, like say if Trey Lance becomes available, or if we get somebody out in the open market that could come over
Yeah.
here. I just don't see Aiden O'Connell because I don't think he fits Chip Kelly's offense, the system, because they're supposed to move a lot faster than he's been moving. And of course, Pete's talked about him slowing down, slowing down the momentum when he gets into the game. Now, granted, we're not going to expect him to play unless something happens to Geno, but I feel like there's other quarterbacks out there that we could bring in that could play the backup role much better than him. And I feel like the reason when they're giving him so much time to play, especially in the preseason, is they're probably trying to get some value out of him if they were to trade him and get some. But I don't know how much value you could get out of him. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, I'd be really surprised if he'd be on our team, to be
Yeah.
honest.
At this point, I hate to say it because he's a nice guy and all that. He's a good dude, but I feel like we already seen the absolute peak with Aiden O'Connell, and I really don't feel confident moving forward with him. If Geno were to go down, I don't feel confident him trying out. Cam Miller has some upside. He could use his legs. He has a better or a stronger arm than O'Connell, but I don't know if he's ready just yet. And like you said, there's other options that we could possibly bring out. And one option that I've been seeing a lot the last couple of days on social media that they brought up, especially with the new, because some teams mentioned already who their QB1 is. We already know who QB1 was. We didn't have to announce it. But a lot of fans have been mentioning the possibility of a potential trade for Anthony Richardson. What are your thoughts on that, bro?
I'm with it. Like, I'd rather take a chance on him than I just wouldn't pay too much to get him, though. That's the thing. I don't think his value is that high. And to be a project behind Geno, I think wouldn't be too bad. I know he's been one name for sure. Like I said, like anybody but Aiden, I think would be okay. Because at least we could get something out of and it sucks to say that but you got to look at what Aiden's was given almost like a chance to be the guy he's been given multiple chances to prove, hey, you guys don't need to get a quarterback, I'm here. But whether you want to blame it on the different coaches or the offense coordinators,
doesn't look confident anymore.
He should have started last year though.
I think that for sure should have happened, because whether he did good or bad, then you can move on from him. And I feel like that could have killed his confidence too. And that's one of the main things I give shit to APs, because even though I wasn't high on Aiden O'Connell, that's kind of like a slap in the face. You bring somebody in to take over the starting spot when you already had a relationship with everybody on the team. I just think moving forward, I don't think he should be on the team anymore. And we should just look at somebody else, any young quarterback, whether, like we said earlier, whether it's Dylan Gabriel, Shador, if they move on from him, or Trey Lance, Anthony Richardson. There's going to be a lot of quarterbacks available when it does come around. So
my only thing with that is we have witnessed Aiden win. We have witnessed Aiden win. We have witnessed Aiden, not really control a game, but get us through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't seen Cam Miller. Anthony Richardson has not played better than Aiden O'Connell.
I get what you're saying 100%, but he got us those wins, but that was also with a completely different system. Like Pete had said, it's a little bit different when Aiden steps out there in this Chip Kelly system, because it's not really made for that type of quarterback. And I understand why people are intrigued by the Anthony Richardson possibility of trading for him, but how do we know Indy's even open to trading him? Because they're the guys that drafted him, so maybe they still believe in him. They just want to see him learn from Daniel Jones, I guess. But
Daniel Jones not your best starter either. So,
me personally, I wouldn't make the trade. The only reason why is because the main reason we brought in Geno is because he could throw the ball very accurately at a high level, and that's going to open up things. Obviously, not just with our passing game, but also it's going to open up our running game, where we could actually have a running game now, and Ashton Jeanty could go crazy. You bring in an Anthony Richardson, in my opinion, and no disrespect to him, but he can't hit a screen pass to save his life. He got a crazy arm. He can throw deep, but that's going to handicap the offense, in my opinion. Teams are gonna cover everything deep, and they're gonna let him because they know he's not gonna hit those passes. Pause, but they know he's not gonna be able to complete those passes, and that's also gonna handicap the running game because everybody else is gonna be loading the box down there.
Yeah. Do you think it's more of a confidence issue with him than it is like his skill set?
Experience.
I think it's a little bit of both. I feel like it's his confidence, but also it's the mechanics. Like I feel like they never really properly worked with his mechanics, whether it was Indianapolis or even in Florida. I don't think they worked on his mechanics properly.
He played 1 year quarterback, bro. Like, and even in Florida, he wasn't throwing the ball.
Yeah.
He was tucking and running, or he'll throw a deep pass. That was it. Like, it wasn't no intermediate passes. It wasn't no, I'm reading this defense and I'm anticipating this pass. It wasn't none of that. It was just, I'm stronger, I'm bigger, I'm faster than you, and I'm going to try to run through your face. And that's how he got hurt, in the regular season, his rookie year. Trying to run through somebody's face and like, bro, this ain't no,
Yeah.
Now, clearly, I kind of let it be known I'm opposed to getting Anthony Richardson just because I feel like he just doesn't fit the timetable. Like, I know he's a developmental project and he could definitely be developed. It's just I don't think he fits the time frame of a Pete Carroll 3-year contract or being under Geno Smith for 3 years. Because how long are we going to wait for? 1 year, 2 years? After the second year, that'll be their final year. They're pretty much going to be banking on I hope so. I wouldn't do it personally. Now, if there was a situation I'm a monitor, and you had mentioned it earlier, Oos, I'm monitoring Cleveland. I'm monitoring Cleveland, and I'm going to see what they do. And so far, it seems like they don't know how to properly address quarterback or how to handle a quarterback or even evaluate the quarterback position.
They recently just signed a quarterback too, right?
I believe he was named QB4 over there, man.
Yeah, I think I don't know if they brought in Josh Johnson.
They got
Todd Hundley.
Oh, Hundley, yeah, it is Hundley.
Yeah, so right now the depth chart over there is Flacco starting, Pickett's QB2, Dylan Gabriel's 3, Shador's 4, and then Tyler Huntley's 5.
Yeah. And they still got Deshaun Watson on the roster.
Yeah, who looks to be more than likely healthy enough to play during the season.
Yeah,
that's who they're gonna get their pieces for. Somebody's gonna trade for him.
No, for sure. I feel like for me, like I would trade for Shador like in a heartbeat, but I feel like if the Raiders really wanted him, they would have already had him by now.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why I feel like we might not get him or try to even entertain it. And maybe one of those reasons I feel like was if we were to draft him, is having that quarterback controversy all year long, right? Between him and Geno. Instead, right now it's like, okay, we know for sure it's Geno. But if anything bad was to happen to Geno or if he was fucking up, then you already know that everybody's gonna be calling for Shador to start. And that's
same thing that's gonna happen in Cleveland.
Yeah. And that's the one thing where I 100% agree with that. There could be a possible controversy, but the other thing too is the one key thing that Pete Carroll always talks about and preaches on a daily basis is speed, bro. So, in my opinion, that makes it better because at least if we're looking at this depth chart, bro, if we're looking at the depth chart again of who we have behind Geno Smith, I'm sure he feels real comfortable knowing, I'm the guy over here. Ain't nothing going to happen to me.
Yeah.
But you bring in a guy like Shador, he may not play right away, but at least hey, bro, I got to be on my shit because if not, this kid could be ready at any moment, just like I was ready at any moment in Seattle. He could become the guy.
What happened at the beginning of the season?
It raises the competition and the talent level and playing level of each player.
What happened at the beginning of the camp when they was saying that Aiden O'Connell he's pushing Geno right now? What happened to all that?
Oh no.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's crazy because like this reminds me of like when we had Carr. Carr never had any kind of like competition because it's always been cool. The only time he did have competition though was the year we went to the playoffs though. So I will say, man, even though I thought Marcus should have been the quarterback one, but
that's somebody you go trade for.
Bro, I wanted to see him finish the rest of that game or the rest of that season, bro. I wanted Oos to finish the rest of that season. I was so mad they didn't do that.
But that's why I said you seen how fast Derek Carr healed from that groin injury just a week after, because they said he was gonna be out for 2 games or something, and he was like, "No, the next game, I'm good."
He turned into Wolverine real quick. He healed immediately, bro.
You
dog, that's my job.
You go trade for Mariota because he knows that Chip Kelly system.
Yeah,
that's who I think.
I wouldn't do
I wouldn't be
it
opposed to
now,
that either.
but you know what? As a backup, it wouldn't be bad. Yeah,
as a backup,
yeah,
or
you're right.
The one that I really think of, and this one might throw y'all, Jameis.
I'm with it though. I like Jameis.
You trade for Jameis as your backup?
As a content creator, I'm with it.
Yeah, as a backup,
content purposes, especially.
You can trade Aiden for Jameis in New York right now because they want Jackson Dart to be the starter, and they already got Russell.
Now,
y'all take Aiden.
In your guys' opinion, obviously we may have to trade for him if we go after a Shador. Do you think there's a possibility that Cleveland may even be crazy enough to waive him? I personally think so.
He's their number one jersey seller right now, bro.
Just like a lot of teams or opposing fans like to make the ongoing running joke and hate on us and Raider Nation saying Raiders are going to Raider or whatever they say. Hey, the Browns are in the same boat, bro. They've been in QB purgatory for a long time. They had a blessing in disguise, and they let him go to Tampa and Baker Mayfield, bro. Since then, it's been a mess over there. I really don't see them keeping Shador. And if we're being real, I don't think the coach or the owner like him. I don't think they really fuck with Shador over there.
Yeah, if they do let him go, then as a Raiders fan, I would love him. And if you were to bring him over here, like
I feel like it's a no-brainer.
We're right after them too because we picked right after them, right?
Yeah.
So in the waiver wire, we would be the next team to be able to claim him
if he was waived. Yeah, and if we were to get him, would he rock number 2 or would he be different?
Honestly, originally I wanted to see
12.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he could
originally, originally I wanted him to get that too, but when we got Genty, I see that people like it. People fucking with it, so it's cool.
Like Genty got to give it the
2 on the running back, but honestly, bro, that 12 is silver and black. Something about it, bro. It's legendary. It's just
right on Aiden though, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, hey, rip that right off Aiden real quick. Give it a Shador. That'd be nice.
I think that'd be perfect, bro. You get Shador to sit under Geno for a couple of years. Heck, maybe even start if he balls out, but a couple of years until it's time to take over, kind of like what Jordan Love was doing over there with the Green Bay Packers. I think it would be solid, bro.
Yeah.
If that happened, but of course,
I don't see Cleveland doing that, bro. Like he's their biggest seller. Right
I don't think so. Perez, I don't know about giving Genty 24. Now, obviously, some greats have worn the number, but I feel like we've been in such a dry spell at the number 2. Like, of course, Carlson's been making some noise at the number 2.
Carlson, the best number 2 behind Terrell Pryor.
Yeah. So I feel like it's time to get a generational or a future legend in that number 2. Now, Grant Carlson's going to be one, but hey, Carlson, you got that 8 now. You could be the legend for 8, and it's time for Genty to rock that deuce.
Yeah.
But
sure.
And I think if he came over there, man, like Brady's his boy, bro. Like he's going to keep he's wearing 12.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the reason why teams didn't get Shador, I don't think it had to do with his gameplay at all. Because in my opinion, I thought he was a first-round talent.
No, for sure.
I feel like it had to do with people were just possibly hating on his daddy, bro.
Yeah.
Owners might have been hating on his daddy, or they didn't like the way his daddy was handling things. You seen how they went on the vlogs? He was saying that was the agent. Daddy was the agent. So maybe Pops was trying to high power things a little too much, and that might have messed things up.
Yeah, but he's definitely shown since then that he takes everything and then just continues to work. So I think a lot of people are definitely looking at him with a better light if he became available for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he'll be bigger than a lot of teams. I think he would have been bigger than a lot of the teams that he could have went to.
Yeah.
He would have been like the face of the team. Like he went to Dallas, bro. Like you would have seen his face on TV every day. Mm-hmm. He goes to New England, same thing. Like he goes to Indianapolis. You bigger than that whole team. Like it was a lot of teams looking at it like that. Like, yo, we not dealing with that.
Prez wants to know if Shador pans out wherever he goes, would this be considered a generational fumble? 100%.
For everybody,
100%, bro.
Yeah.
Every
A lot of
single
teams-
team that passed on him, in my opinion, whoever it is that he ends up with, even if it's not the Raiders, I think they're going to regret this decision.
Yeah,
I really think
it just would. If Gentry doesn't pan out, which I highly doubt that would happen, but if the Raiders still struggle with the quarterback moving forward and Shador ends up being at least a viable to a solid quarterback, then for sure it'd be a big fumble for the Raiders too.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean,
unless we find somebody else and Gentry does what he does, then I don't think so. But
we had a quarterback at that time, though. It was
Yeah.
different than any other year. We had a quarterback at that time. The teams that it's going to be the fumble for is going to be a fumble for the fucking Steelers because you didn't have a quarterback and you waited on Aaron Rodgers and you let this guy get drafted by a team in your division and he comes out and balls out. You're going to look like an idiot. A lot of teams, like along with us, a lot of teams can look stupid. But when you really didn't have a quarterback and you let him pass, now that's different. Like last year, if we would have let him pass, then yeah, granted, we were the stupidest team in the NFL to let him pass. But we had Geno this year. Like it wasn't like it was a desperate need, for us.
And hopefully we get to see Geno out there for the whole season. I hope he stays healthy because if not, if we don't get a Shador or anybody that's an upgrade to what we possibly have in the room, in my opinion, I think we're fucked. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're getting close to that 2-hour mark. Low key, it's been a long episode. It's been a real great episode. We appreciate our special guest, the legend.
Yeah.
He may not say it, but I'm gonna say it for him. That's the young legend. One of our top content creators, Samoa Raider. Before we let you go, bro, is there anything you want to promote for the people? Anything you got?
I mean, follow me on Samoa Raider on YouTube, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. I do content too, so.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys having me on, though, man.
I definitely need them. I definitely need to get bro's name for. That's wild. That's wild.
That's wild.
I definitely need bro's name with the bandanas, bro.
Yeah. Raider Jesse. Jesse.
Okay. Yeah. So I
got that in the chat.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody that tuned in. If you haven't yet, make sure to leave a like and leave a comment, share. Also subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Machiavelli24. Raider Trey got a YouTube channel. Is it Raider Trey 540? If I'm not mistaken. Okay, perfect. We already know. I'm sure you guys are already subscribed. Y'all tuned in to see the man, Samoa Raider. If you haven't, though, subscribe to him. Follow me everywhere, Machiavelli24, Black Team Broadcast on Instagram, on Twitter. It is Black Team Biz. And yeah, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. And yeah, let's see how this season plays out. Let's see who makes the final 53. But it's been real, y'all. Black Team, bitch.